evening and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anusha Acharya. The top stories first. Impeachment motion against Chief Justice Rana tabled in Parliament. MPs to put forth their views during the next session of Parliament. Maoist chairman rules out collaboration with UML, says his party will emerge winning in local polls. Delhi infection of coronavirus drops to 59 cases, no new deaths reported across the country. Moscow targets military base near Polish border, Russian forces steps on onslaught. And 4A division clubs urge ANFA to address their demands. Top clubs say NSL may cause problems for the league. And now the news in detail. Lawmakers have tabled impeachment motion against Chief Justice Cholendra Shamsher Rana during yesterday's meeting of the House of Representatives. A report. Lawmaker Dev Prasad Gurung presented the motion as per Article 101(2) of the Constitution and the Rule 161(1) of the House of Representatives Regulation 2075 PS. The impeachment motion registered in the HOR Secretariat on February 13, citing the CJ's failure to discharge his duty with due responsibility and his poor performance, was proposed by lawmakers Gurung, Puspa Bhusal and Jivan Ram Shrestha and seconded by 95 others lower house members. Gurung defended the motion that questions the CJ's competency and conduct. He urged that the move was warranted by his performance issued and for the abuse of power by acting against the Administration of Justice Act and for his involvement in corruption and irregularities. Lawmakers are scheduled to put their views on the motion in the next session of Parliament. The lower house has already formed an impeachment recommendation committee to investigate the matter. The 11-member committee includes 4 lawmakers from the main opposition CPN-UML and remaining 7 from various coalition partners in the incumbent government, including 2 each from Nepali Congress and the CPN Maoist Centre and 1 each from the CPN Unified Socialist, the Janata Samajwadi Party and the Loktantri Samajwadi Party. CPN Maoist Centre chairperson Puspa Kamal Dahal has ruled out possibility for cooperation with the CPN-UML at the moment. In his address during a press meet organized by the Press Organization Nepal yesterday, he hinted the possibility of an alliance with like-minded parties in the upcoming elections. Dahal was of the view that there will be competition between the two sides, one contributing to institutionalize changes in the country and the other trying to reverse accomplishments, resulting to House obstruction. Former Prime Minister Dahal said that they would reach out to public with their own ideology and vision and would emerge of winning in the upcoming May 13 local level election. According to him, the coalition partners have emphasized electoral alliance among the 5-party coalition members. He said that top leadership of the coalitor parties had discussed with the UML to clear parliament obstructions, but there was no consensus. On a different note, Dahal viewed that people would continue to come and go away from the party. He was also confident that the MCC will descriptive note would be implemented in a dignified manner and the US grant aid will help in the development of the country. Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud is arriving here on Monday for a 2-day official visit. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs confirmed the visit in a press statement yesterday. During the visit, Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal is scheduled to pay courtesy calls on President Bidya Devi Bhandari and Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba. Minister for Foreign Affairs Dr. Narayan Khadga will hold a meeting with the Saudi counterpart on Tuesday. Likewise, Minister for Foreign Affairs Dr. Khadga will host a luncheon on hour of the visiting dignitary. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 59 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 977,937, while the number of active cases has dropped to 5,340. Coronavirus claimed no any lives across the country. Nepal is currently among top 57 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 81.17 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 42.99 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 458.15 million people across the world and claimed over 6.06 million lives. Transport entrepreneurs have warned that they will increase the fares of public transport if the government does not adjust the fares by March 21. The rise in public transport fares will further increase the cost of goods, which is expected to affect the daily life of the people. A report. Transport entrepreneurs said during a press conference yesterday that they will be forced to increase fares on their own if the government does not adjust the passenger fares in the current context.
सो समय अवधिभित्र नभएमा महासङ्घ बाध्य भई सोही वैज्ञानिक भाडा कार्यविधिलाई आधार मानि चैत्र 7 गते पश्चात बाध्य भई भाडा समायोजन गर्ने र कार्यान्वयन गर्ने निर्णय भएकोले यसै प्रेस विज्ञप्ति मार्फत नेपाल सरकारको सम्बन्धित निकाय समक्ष अनुरोध गरिन्छ.
Entrepreneurs say that scientific fares adjustment is needed at the moment when the price of every commodity is increasing in the market. However, if this demand is implemented, the price of all commodities, including food, grains, will definitely increase. At the same time, increasing tensions between Russia and Ukraine are beginning to affect Nepal. The effects of the war have been felt, especially in oil and food prices. The prices of oil, rice, and pulses are increasing in the market. A situation is being created where even a family of 3 needs than rupees 50,000 a month.
भएको स्रोत चाहिँ अनुत्पादनशील क्षेत्रमा व्यवस्थापनमै बढी गयो. अब यसले गर्दा के गरे प्रभाव चाहिँ के भयो भने मूल्य वृद्धि भएर गएको छ. मान्छेको हातमा पैसा कम भएर गएको छ. एउटा परिवार 3 जनाको परिवार पाल्न अहिले चाहिँ न्यूनतम 52,000 रुपैयाँ चाहिएको छ. 3 जनाको परिवार पाल्न सामान्य ढंगले पाल्न
At present, there are a number of reasons for price hike. Political parties, civil society, and the general public have said that the government is responsible for the rise in prices. Finance Minister Janata Sharma argues that the government imposed cash margin on imports to address the challenges seen in the country's economy. Addressing a seminar organized by the Department of Customs on Sunday, Minister Sharma directed the employees at the Department of Work hard to achieve the target, although the revenue collection was affected due to the tightening of the imports. He expressed his confidence that the seminar would be effective to help resolve the issues relating to the Department of Customs as well as to deal with the new challenges emerged due to the new policy. Similarly, the minister directed the customs officials to seek solutions through the seminar to address the discontentment of the entrepreneurs with the classification in imports. According to him, guidelines on vehicles scanning on the customs was in the offing and would be enforced soon. On the occasion, Minister Sharma expressed happiness over the gradual improvement in export business. Deputy Director General of the department, Anand Kafle, said that revenue collection during the first 7 months of the current fiscal year was Rs 308 billion, a 29% rise compared to the corresponding period of the last fiscal year. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. At least 35 people were killed as Russian near the Polish border, Ukrainian officials said early Sunday as Kiev once again woke up to the sound of air raid sirens. Another 135 injured people were injured in the airstrike on the International Center of Peacekeeping and Security in Yavrov, Meskem, Kozitsky, and head of Lviv Regional Administration, said in a video posted to his Telegram channel. Preliminary data indicated more than 30 missiles were fired, he added. In an earlier post, he said 9 people had died. The attack came after Russia's Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov suggested Saturday that it could try to destroy foreign shipments of weapons to Ukraine, branding them legitimate targets. Later, President Joe Biden authorized the State Department to provide an additional $200 million in military assistance to Ukraine to aid in its defense against invading troops. The package brings the total U.S. security assistance to Ukraine to more than $1.2 billion, according to Secretary of State Antony Blinken. About 17 million people are placed under lockdown in the wake of the worst COVID outbreak in 2 years. China has placed about 17 million residents under lockdown as virus cases doubled nationwide to nearly 3,400 and anxiety mounted over the resilience of its zero-COVID approach in the face of the worst outbreak in 2 years. The Southern Beach Club of Shenzhen, home to about 13 million people, told all residents to stay at home as it struggles to eradicate an Omicron flare-up linked to the neighboring virus-ravaged city of Hong Kong. The city of Jilin, center of the outbreak in the northeast, was partially locked down on Saturday, with residents of Yanji, an urban area of nearly 700,000 bordering North Korea, were confined to their homes on Sunday. China, where the virus was first detected in late 2019, has maintained a strict zero-COVID policy enforced by swift lockdowns, travel restrictions, and mass testing when clusters have emerged. But the latest flare-up, driven by the highly transmissible Omicron variant and a spike in asymptomatic cases, is testing the efficiency of the approach. Zhang Yan, a Jilin Health Commission official, considered that the response from local authorities had been lacking. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Top 4 flight clubs of Nepal have urged the football government body to Nepal to hold discussions on the issue raised by them during the upcoming meeting of the All Nepal Football Association on Tuesday, a report. Issuing a joint statement on Sunday, the 4 clubs of the Martyrs Memorial A Division League made such appeal to NFA. The 4 clubs, including New Road Team NRT, Manang Mersangdi Club MMC, 3-Star Club and Sankata Football Club, unveiled the joint statement amid a press conference on Sunday. They made such appeal to resolve the problems that are likely to surface due to the upcoming Nepal Super League. The clubs were of the view that the NSL is being held at a time when the players are still under contract with the clubs. General Secretary of 3-Star Club Sanjeev Silpakar said that the NFA is the supreme body of govern the country's football and it should take the initiative to resolve the problems. We are not against football, but we believe that discussion is the best way to resolve problems, said Silpakar. Earlier, 8 clubs, including league champions Machendra FC, had issued a joint statement on February 27, urging the NFA to make necessary coordination for NSL, as the prospect of the franchise-based tournament would mean players would have dual contracts. The clubs had urged NFA President Karma Chiring Sherpa to stop the auction of NSL and hold discussions. Although NFA had said it would write a letter to NSL to stop the auction, the NSL unilaterally held the auction, drawing the ire of the top flight clubs. The clubs have warned that they will likely take legal action if their demands are not addressed. We want a resolution through talks. But if our demands go unheeded, we will not have any option that to seek legal remedy, said Silpakar. The four clubs said that they plan their next move after further discussion if ANFA does not include the topic during Tuesday's meeting. Officials of three of the four clubs are also ANFA office bearers. Sankata's president Indraman Tuladar is the general secretary of ANFA, while Three Stars president Arun Manjoshi is deputy general secretary of ANFA. Likewise, MMC's member Bijay Khali is also an executive member of ANFA. Arsenal continue their fine form and return to the top four with an impressive 2-0 win over at the Emirates Stadium on Sunday. Arsenal opened the scoring in the early stages and netted a second half penalty as Mikel Arteta's side leapfrogged into the Champions League places. The result extends Arsenal's winning run in the Premier League to 5 matches, and they still have 3 games in hand on United. The defeat leaves Leicester in 12th position in the league table as they set their sights on the Europa Conference League in midweek. We have a very strong belief in the group and play with a lot of confidence, Arsenal's midfielder said. We just have to keep up going. Everyone's belief in what we are doing. Arsenal started well and took an early lead after 11 minutes when Partey glanced home from corners. It was the 12th goal that Brendan Rodgers' side had conceded from a corner this season. Partey almost grabbed his second 7 minutes later, but his effort from outside of a box crashed off the crossbar and away from danger. The visitors started to gain a foothold in the game, and Arsenal needed Ben White to produce a last gasp tackle to deny a tap in front. Leicester came close to equalizing after 36 minutes but produced a stunning save to thwart close-range header. The hosts were awarded a penalty after 59 minutes following a long VAR check as handled Partey's goal-bound header off the line. Lacazette slipped up and hammered the ball into the top corner from the spot to double Arsenal's lead. Made his comeback from injury off the bench and almost grabbed a goal late on but was denied by the Gunners, host second placed at the Emirates on Wednesday. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Impeachment motion against Chief Justice Rana tabled in Parliament. MPs to put forth their views during the next session of Parliament. Maoist chairman rules out collaboration with UML, says his party will emerge winners in local polls. Delhi infection of coronavirus drops to 59 cases, no new deaths reported across the country. Moscow targets military base near Polish border, Russian forces steps up on salt. And 4A Division League clubs urge ANFA to address their demands. Top clubs say NSL may cause problems for the league. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamachar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.